All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I hope you guys have had a wonderful end to your work week. Fridays is, the for most the final day of a 5 day strenuous work week. You guys have the weekend to relax, take your shoes off, and enjoy this Saints training camp that has kicked off. Once again, hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the comment section, and I will post the comments as they appear in the comment section. Shout out to Jerry, OG Jerry in the building. Said WDN, what's good with you, fam? You said day 3 in the books, absolutely, fam. And also want to shout out to my guy AK. Happy 30th birthday, man. In response with that, I had to, you know, put on my AK shirt, man. Just show some love to you. Shout out to our dog AK. Happy 30th, bit dog. 30, 30, 30. Um, with that being said, man, AK got he got a lot left in the tank, man. I feel like he do. So hopefully as time goes, we can see who's going to be trolling behind him, who's going to get him some relief. But Who That Nation tonight's show, basically going to be recapping training camp days 1 through 3. I didn't want to come on right after the first day because honestly, even the first 3 days, you in shorts, jersey, helmet, and it's basically, especially, in the Who That Nation, it's a lot of installing going on. Got a new system defensively, got a new system offensively. So I'm pretty sure, and it was a lot of learning going on with it, some plays and stuff. Regular install and, 707s and stuff like that. But as you guys know, the real doesn't come out until them shoulder pads come on. So like I said, these 3 days they was able to install, and come Sunday, it's time for the real to come out. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. I am. But tonight's show, I'm not gonna say it won't be long. I won't say it won't be short. I don't know. We'll see, how it unfolds. But I just want to give you guys some news that has been coming out, and you know, coming from a few sources, such as one of them is Nick Underhill. He was there, um, and the way he's explaining it, far as camera and taking video and stuff, Kellen Moore is kind of, he's kind of lenient with that at the moment. He's a new head coach, so once he start, um, getting more and more deep in as a head coach, I think he's going to cut it out. But anyway, if you guys is there, you're allowed to take video and stuff, man. Take as much video as possible. That's good, man. You're able to just, you know, you can basically just film the practice. But anyway, um, gonna give you news of what's going on. Like I said, some tweets, and then it's a few things that I want to talk about personally regarding a few players. So let's just go ahead and kick it off um, with some news. You guys know what Tyron returned. We brought in Justin Blackman. Justin Blackman agreed to a deal with us, a 1 year, $1.5 million deal. So, with that being said, I would like to have a discussion on that right quick. The addition of Justin Blackman. Just a little history. I don't know too much of the guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I've heard his name, but like far as me personally just tuning in and watching him, I've never tuned in and watched the guy. But I hear that the guy's a solid player. Um, but what's been derailing his career is basically being injured. So hopefully he can get his injuries under control. He's still young. He's 26. Um, they said the guy's real rangy, so that definitely fits the mold that Tyron brought to the Saints. So hopefully this guy can stay healthy, man. And when they say injury prone, like he was really, really injury prone. I'm talking about playing a couple games a season. That's basically why his career hasn't he hasn't been in that top tier of DBs. And to keep it high, that's probably why I hadn't really, heard him like that or been able to watch him play because he just been hurt a lot. So with that being said, I would like to ask you all, and we can get into some little deep discussion. What do you see Justin Blackman providing for the Saints? Basically, what is his role? What do you think his role will be? Now, obviously, we got to go through training camp, and then we're gonna see. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna say, what do you think the Saints expect out of Blackman? Do you think the Saints expect him to come in and just be a veteran piece? I don't think so because we already have Justin Reed back there. Jordan Howden been with the team a couple years. I'm not gonna put him in the vet category. He's still young, but you had Justin Reed, so you had some vet experience in the safety room. But I just think they didn't want to throw a guy out there in the fire, Jonas Sanker. If he's going to get out there in the fire, he's going to go out there and work for it. So I think that's kind of what this situation was. Not saying that they had doubts on Jonas Sanker, as if with most rookies, you want your rookies to develop. Unless if you a first or second round pick, then you're most likely expected to be a starter at some point your first year. But like I said, in the past, come on and stuff Sunday, Jonas Sanker could his names could ring bells. He could step up and be that diamond in the rough that we need at the safety position, for the future. We see how it plays out. But my expectation of Justin Blackman, I believe the Saints brought him in to be a starter alongside Justin Reed. You don't pay a guy $5.5 million, even if it's just a year. You don't pay a backup that kind of money. So I do see in Justin Blackman, if he can stay healthy and he beats out the other guys, you see him being a starter alongside Justin Reed. So that's basically it, man. I just know and I think that's why he decided to come to the Saints because he had another visit with the Panthers and I'm not sure who else, but the opportunity that's given with the Saints, I believe that's why he decided to come on down. Shout out to Doug Corleone said, who that? Who that Doug Corleone, man? Welcome to the show. Glad to see you in the building, man. And I just want to show y'all this picture, man. I'm gonna get out the way, man. Let y'all see that picture in the back. Some passion, yes. The Saints definitely brought that passion. Look at Tay in the back. Tay, man, I can just see it. You can see it in his face, man. Once he pulled up to the facility, the guy is hungry, man. This is an important year for Tay. Tay, this is money year right here. This is the year where you can get your bag, and we can give it to you because the way the salary cap is jumping up, and we starting if who that nation if you guys is really paying attention, we're really starting to get away from being in cap hell like that. I'm talking about deep in the numbers. All that 95 million over the cap stuff like that. We're starting to slowly but surely get out of that. Even though Mickey have been doing, his little dizzle getting us out of that. If that's anything positive to say about Mickey, he does do that for us. But still, you would love to be able to give free agents, some decent money, or give the top free agents some money to come down and play. Doug Corleone said, "Tay getting active." Yeah, fam, he in the middle getting active, man. That just it fired me up, man. Shout out to my guy WD, man. He sent me this, man. I was fired up when he sent me this. Shout out to Hurricane Mike said WDN. Who that, fam? Glad to see you in the building. Okay, so we can move on. We're gonna get to the QB battle. The QB battle, as you guys know, it's a three-man battle. I thought it was gonna be a two-man battle, And I'm going to get on the offense, but I do want to say, it's been a lot of talk out the camp, saying that the offense have had a slow start, a slow start, and that honestly, that's kind of that's expected. I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that the offense is having a slow start. Not talking about the Shaheeds and the Olaves, AK. You're hearing good things about them, especially he had a good day today. Olave, some good catches. AK still showing the burst. Not guys like that, Jawan. These guys were showing some bursting count, but I'm talking about far as the installation of the new offense, being everybody executing it, the QBs executing it. I'm not surprised to hear that, it's off to a slow start. Because first off, for it to be a three-man battle, this battle gotta end soon, man. And as of right now, I think today Spencer Rattler, he done took that leap until he in the lead right now. But once them pads come on, man, that's really when I believe the separation gonna start. So, as of right now, and I'm not surprised to, see Spencer Rattler in the lead right now. And Nick Underhill reported that Spencer Rattler completed all of his catches. I mean, all of his passes, excuse me. He completed all of his passes today. Think about that. Just think about that. Spencer Rattler completed all of his passes in today's practice. Now, with that being said, he was with the second unit, but it doesn't, to me, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm talking about, well, right now. Right now, it doesn't. So to me, he's putting the ball on point. Obviously, he put the ball in position to where the guys could catch it. So we cannot dismiss Rattler, man. And I believe that's where the contract thing was had. But he got the 10 mil guaranteed, show did. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, you fought for that 10 mil guarantee. It's a patience game with us who the next. We gotta be patient, and I'm gonna be patient. Like I said, me not being surprised with Rattler because he's already done been not in this system, but he's been here a year, you know. And with Hayner, like I said, I never had Hayner in the competition. He just got to come out and do something crazy, and they not expected to start him. I highly doubt that Hayner will be the quarterback. But anyway, um, what show first time rookie you competing for the starting spot. I mean, I get it. You're gonna need a new day, a few days to grasp the offense, as long as with the other ones. But that's kind of where the offense has been slowly stalling. Kellen Moore said today was the best day. It was definitely more cleaner today. So that's good news, man. It's time. Keep on going and progressing. And if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow they have an off day, but they will still be they got an off day from getting on the field, but they still gonna be watching video, watching tape and stuff like that. So um I'm I'm telling you, deep in the next week, I'm gonna start, wanting to see more plays from show and stuff. This what you wanted. This is what show wanted. So we're gonna see. So I'm gonna get back to the comments, man. Let me get back to the comments. I done seen some people pull up to the chat line. Okay, I see Miss Dana in the building. Said, "Who that family? Who that family?" Welcome, Miss Dana, to the podcast. Okay, Hurricane Mike said, "That's fine. Let the offense get the struggles out the way now." Absolutely, fam. Absolutely. Now's the time to get the kinks out. Any confusion and things that you gotta get more reps in. Now's the time. Now's definitely the time. Okay, who else we got? Jerry said the fight from Thursday. I like it. I needed that. Yeah, fam. We definitely gonna get into that. Definitely gonna get into that because that's gonna lead to conversation with me. RG Scott, welcome to the podcast. Said this battle seems intriguing. Yes, fam, it's definitely gonna be a great battle. My only thing is, my concern is not necessarily the QBs, but like the Kamars, the Alaves, the Shaheeds. You're really not having a chance to build chemistry with one guy. Like Olave, they gotta see one quarterback one day, then you gotta see the next quarterback the next day, then you gotta see the next. That's why I'm shocked it's a three QB battle. And I get it. I mean, he just want the best man to win. I get it, but it also can affect, a little chemistry or delay the chemistry. I say that it can delay the chemistry, with these receivers. Because your QB, you hear the best QB say, um, it's like Mahomes saying he know where Kelsey supposed to be at, the spot he supposed to be at. So he throwing the ball, a few seconds early because he know he gonna be right there at that spot. Like little things like that, they definitely don't have that right now. And because you're going from QB to QB to QB. Okay, Miss Dana said love in the battle. Jerry said this is the type of energy we need. Yeah, fam. Day two pass not even on, and some scuffling. I like that. I like that. Hurricane Mike said, remember when Trevor Penning got kicked out? Yeah, fam, and yeah, it didn't result good things for Trevor Penning. He came in, wanting to scrap, but it didn't translate to the field. RG Scott said, iron sharpens arms. Iron sharpens iron with this QB battle. Absolutely, fam. And Miss Dana, yeah, this is how it's going right now. The battle, I mean, everybody is doing good, but Spencer Rattler today, I mean, yeah, he done got in the lead today. But to be honest, who that nation, far as like trying to separate and who catching up, to me, it's really gonna start preseason, either the first preseason game or leading up to that first preseason game when they go out to California and start getting work with another team. Then it's gonna be a little different. Now you're working, against another team. So all the jitters and all that kind of stuff, man, all that stuff gonna be on the table. So you'll start seeing more. But I just hope the conclusion on the QB is made before the last preseason game. And that's the latest. I see my guy Kyler Great in the building. Shout out to my guy Kyler Great. Said I love seeing that scuffle fight amongst each other. Then use that same energy on the rest. Hold up. On the rest of the league, it's us against the world. Most definitely, fam. Day two account, and it's already scrapping. I love to see that. The pass not even on. Pass is definitely not even on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. So basically, to wrap it up, man, the QB battles, it's really not a deep separation at this moment. Spencer had a hell of a day, man. He completed every pass, but um, shoulder pads and stuff is not on yet. So we just gotta wait and see. So we're gonna start with the offense. We're gonna start with the offense. The highlights coming from the offense, and I'm not going to talk about the vet guys. Not talking about the vet guys, but the names just ringing bells in training camp right now. We're gonna start with Mason Tipton. Mason Tipton. We all know this guy. This was a guy that came into last training camp. He was making plays. His name was ringing bells. We get into the season. He got hurt. And then he came back, later on in the season, He was able to make a few, a few plays, but that spark had kind of died down. So we're back here once again in training camp, and his name is ringing bells once again. Today, today was really the day it rung bells. Say he had a spectacular day today. Best player out there today. So Mason Tipton, this could be a guy that you know. I won't put the injury prone on him. I won't give him that right now because it was his rookie year. Injury can happen that can put you out. But this year, I don't want to see that happen again. You could possibly be our kit return. I don't know what they're gonna do with Shaheed. Is they gonna keep him full time receiver, or is they gonna have him kit return, punt return? Either way, you have shown ability to be a set, be a solid asset back there. But with receiver, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to this fight. This fight with Brandon Cooks, and I thought it was I thought it was Tay. I thought it was Cooks and Tay, but it was actually Brandon Cooks and a DB. Let me let me pull up the guy's name. The guy's name was Rejon Wright. Rejon Wright, the DB. Name is not familiar to me at the moment, but I'm gonna just take it that he's a young guy. I don't know if he's a rookie, but he's a guy that just not projected to be in the starting lineup. So with that being said, if you sit here, you trying to get gritty with a vet right now, keep that same energy when the pads come on. Cause we need it. We need it. We need you to you gonna scuffle day two, then go ahead and have that same energy when the pads come on. But do it actually making plays. If you gonna scrap, man, you gotta follow through with making plays. Brandon Cooks, he done solidified himself in the league. He gonna be in the rotation, getting some plays. But how many plays we'll see, which leads me to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks. Um, let's just get into a discussion on him. And I'm gonna put up this question, man, with Brandon Cooks. How much the Brandon Cooks? How much does Brandon Cooks have left in the tank? So I just want y'all to think about that. I know that we brought in Brandon Cooks, on a 2-year, $13 million deal. I get it. Brandon Cooks is 31 years old. So coming off of the 2024 season, he only appeared in 10 games. He had 259 receiving yards in 2 games, 26 catches for 259 yards, 3 touchdowns. So we know, and I'm not expecting, the Pro Bowl Brandon Cooks, I'm not expecting that. But honestly, I got 2 questions, but we're gonna stay on this one right now. With Brandon Cooks, first off, do we know that he still have enough in the tank to provide us that third option, to provide us, that piece that as our third option in the slot? And I'm saying in the slot, I really don't even know. Do we really know, what's the vision for Cooks? I mean, we saying slot, but do are we for sure he's gonna be used in the slot, or is they gonna, line him up in on the outside a little bit? Because I still think he got some work left on the outside. He was hurt last season. I will say that. I seen him playing a couple of games. It looked like he still got some, burst. Now, obviously not the Pro Bowl burst that he had, but I don't want to. I don't want to conclude and just say that he got this or that left. But with a question mark like that, and we looking at, Tipton's name, Tipton His name is ringing bells once again in training camp. I'm expecting Tempton to make some noise when them pads come on, man, and and make it a battle versus Cooks for that spot. That would be great for us to see. Make that spot a competition. I mean, because right now it appears that Cook's name is on that third option in the slot. That's what it appears. But from some video that was put out, man, I seen Shaheed in the slot. I seen Olave in the slot in the backfield. So I don't know exactly how he gonna mix it up. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be just a set slot position or not. But we'll see. So just say if Cooks 30 31, just say if this year you start seeing the decline, who gonna be that next receiver? Because I mean, I know we done signed Donovan People Jones and stuff like that. I'm saying this tip the name. They saying bro had a good day today. It's like his name starting to ring bells again. So if bro had a good day today, and it continues, I think he could start sliding in. I mean, well, of course he's gonna start slide in the rotation for his playing time, but I think he could possibly start challenging Cooks for that spot in preseason. I just know for as receiver, the only guaranteed spots to me is Olave and Shaheed. Now after that, yeah, it appears that it's gonna be Cooks. That's what it appears. Because ain't none of the young guys stepped up. But if this dude he ring his bells again, in camp and he step up, show out in preseason, man, I say make that a battle. Make that a battle because it's always good to get young in the building. We got the old that's here. We got old in the building. We got to start phasing them out a little bit and getting younger. Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Now we're gonna get to the tight end position. The tight end position, of course, I seen a good play from Jawan today, but the news I wanna bring to you guys already know. Oh, I just seen this coming. I'm gonna get back to that. Shout out to JT. I see you in the building, fam. I'm definitely about to get back to your comment. But Jawan, I seen a good catch from him today from Tyler Schultz. Now, with that being said, let's just chirp on this comment. I mean, let's chirp on this situation. Noah Fant had a visit with the Saints. Okay, Noah Fant, he had a visit with the Saints today. So, what does that mean, Who That Nation? Does this have something to do with us not having a number one tight end in Kellen's eyes? Or does it have something to do with not having a number two tight end? So it either has something to do with Jawan or Foster. Now Foster, I hadn't heard. I bet I haven't heard a single thing about Foster. In training camp thus far. I know he was there for OTAs, providing presents and stuff, but I hadn't heard a single thing about Foster. Right now. Does Kellen like what he sees from Foster? If he does, then why is we allowing a tight end to come in for a visit? And I'm gonna keep it all the way at band. I'm gonna keep it all the way at band with you. Let me excuse me, Who That Nation, man. I still got this Brandon Cooks question up. Okay. I'm gonna keep it all the way at band with you. It better not have nothing to do with Jawan. Because why did we give Jawan that money? Kellen the one would, according to Jawan, Kellen called him. Jawan was an upcoming free agent. Kellen called him and was according to Jawan and told him, how he viewed Jawan in the in his system. He thought he'd be a good fit in his system, and how much he need him and stuff like that. And Jawan said Kellen, that call from Kellen was, really the reason why he decided to come back on the deal. So if you saying that, I don't believe it has nothing to do with Jawan. But I mean, with that being said, um, if it has something to do with Foster, hey man, Noah Faint, that's a upgrade from Foster. We know Foster from the, he from the city, and we know all that. But I'm just talking about on the field. Noah Faint is an upgrade, and that would be a good addition to have Noah Faint um, alongside Jawan at that tight end position. That would be an awesome, 1-2 tight end punch. Okay, but I see JT in the building. JT, was good with you, fam? I'm gonna go ahead and put your comment up, man. You said Cooks to me is done. He is just a paycheck. Fam, you could be right. I'm gonna just be honest. To me, it's just a lot of people, and I was like that too until just lately. I just penciled him in as the number 3 as the slot, just according to just because he got 6.5 a year. But I don't know, man. Does he really got the juice left in the tank? Now just think, I know the man was hurt. I get it, but when you come back and play, when you come back and get on that field, you basically telling everybody you good to go. Because to me, Brandon Cooks, did you really have to come back last year and play through an injury? Did you really have to come back and play through injury for the Cowboys? You wasn't even a top option on the team. Now I could see CD, your top guys like the CDs, and they the ones that come back fight through injury. But your spot on the team, you really didn't have to come back and try to play through an injury. And 10 games, 200 yards. 10 games, 259 yards. I don't know if, you add 7 more games to it. If 10 games got you 259, 7 games is gonna get you what? It's gonna get you less than 250. I'm saying if the pace kept up like that. But we'll see. We'll see, fam. Bingo, CB, you got it. Yeah, fam, man. I'm just trying to make, you know, just trying to question a lot of things, man, for myself, and for what's out there, man. The stuff that's out there. Kind of great said we just stand at the tight end position, and we just stand at the tight end position. So bringing in Noah Fant makes a lot of sense, and dude got experience. Okay, so I got a question for you all. So we bring in Noah Fant. Does a tight end, what does that do for Foster? Does he still stay, or does he, make it through training camp and get waived? Because you think about it, I'm not gonna say we got a deep tight end room, but I know it's a late draft pick. We drafted a late round tight end, and then if you guys remember, Kellen brought a backup tight end from Philly that he liked. This with the team now. So I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to get accomplished at the tight end position. But we'll see, man. We'll see. And like, it just got me thinking about Taysom. Like, where is Taysom gonna fit in through all of this? To me, that's the big question. Do y'all think what do y'all see Taysom's role being with the team? Do y'all think he still does what he been doing? Now, if I'm if I'm Kellen Moore, I believe if Kellen Moore really the offensive, They say, he a young guru, young up and coming, you know, guru offensively. It would be smart to keep Taysom. It'll be smart to keep him and use him the same way he's been used because he's been giving us positivity, doing what he's been doing. So we'll see. But I know Taysom, he's on PUP right now, so we really won't know exactly what his role is going to be until he gets back. But we'll see, man. I can see little running back, quarterback, tight end, just all over the place. But we'll see what the tight end, the tight end situation. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know what vision they got for him, but we will see. As far as the offensive line, I'm not going to get into the offensive line until pads come on. Sunday the pads come on, so that's when I'm gonna get into the offensive line talk. So whatever's been going on right now, I know on the defensive line, some hoop about Brian Brzee, making some play. I'm not getting into that till them pads come on for them. Because right now it's just a game of it's flag football right now. Now the DBs, far as with the DBs, you can kind of really ain't nothing gonna change for the DBs. Maybe at the line of scrimmage, that you can get that punch or whatever, but you can still get that punch with no pads on. So the DBs, you still you can get a little feel, but that offensive line, you can't tell nothing right now. So Sunday we'll start seeing what's up with that. Start seeing, what Penning is, that move going to be a good move for Penning coming to left guard. And then we start seeing Banks and the other guys. JT said medical leave not getting healthy for 17 games. Medical leave not getting healthy for 17 games. Is that referring to Cooks? Is you referring that to Cooks, fam? Okay, so moving on. That pretty much, as far as the offensive side, that pretty much wraps it up. I hadn't heard of anybody else standing out. Like I said, he looked good today. I mean, I really, do we really need to talk about him? We know what he about to do. The only thing with those guys, they just need the quarterback to get them the freaking ball. That's what they need. And I just hate that it's gonna be a rotation and no chemistry is gonna be had with the receivers and the quarterback. I really think Kellen should have thought that out. Unless he really thinks that Hayner can be a starter. Unless you really think that, man. Okay, Taysom. Okay, fam. Okay. Okay, so moving to the defensive side. The defensive side, I want to shout out Quincy Riley. Um, I really hadn't heard, other than that interception, really hadn't heard any bad things about him having a bad day. I do know he picked off Spencer Rattler in the end zone. So any young guy that's a rookie, he made a play. So that's encouraging. You make a play like that, the whole team, ran out there, the defense ran out there. Hey, that's encouraging. So Quincy, he just need to keep it going, keep it going, man. And when the pads come on, I guess we'll start seeing even more. But we gotta start seeing the separation very soon. Very soon in that debut room. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. But like I said, I'm just really eager to see where Tate is gonna play. Where is Alante gonna be lined up? I'm gonna be honest, man. I want If you want that bad Tate, travel with the number one, man. First off, you gotta go get it in camp. But I want you traveling with the number one. Kool-Aid, to me, I ain't seen enough yet. I know a lot of guys saying he about to, man. I ain't if I ain't seen nothing. I mean, I guess y'all done seen something that I ain't seen. But I ain't just about to throw names out there and be like they about to do this and that. But that's another topic. We already done got into that discussion on the other show, so I won't, start that one back up. So moving along, the defensive line pass is not on yet, so that discussion won't be had until Sunday. Sunday, that's when that discussion to be had. But I do want to bring up a discussion about Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan, I listened to his interview. Listen to Cam Jordan's interview after the first day, and they was asking him about Tyron, and he was giving his thoughts, and then they asked him, is he on retirement? And Cam, he gonna come out and be all excited and saying, no, man, I still want to go out and hit people. I'm still hungry, and he had that exciting interview. But in reality, who that nation, we know that Cam doesn't have that. He's not on that type of time no more. Not playing at the level that we know him to playing at. So, this is going to be the last discussion on the defensive side. And other than that, I really hadn't heard anything else concerning the defensive player besides Riley, other than the scuffle with the young boy. Okay, so I just want to put up this question, who that nation, what role does Cam Jordan play this season? And I know we've talked about it before, but like Kellen, you really about to put Cam out here as a starter? If Cam Jordan is starting this year, that is a huge problem for our entire defensive line / linebacker position. Because who knows, he may be standing up as an outside linebacker. So I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what their vision is for him. If Cam Jordan he got that energy to continue playing. My only thing with Cam is, if you done decline, just accept being a backup, accept coming in, being on rotation, and just being on a snap count, and that's that. But all this trying to start and stuff, and knowing good and well that some of these young guys can do just as good or better than what you giving, especially playing play in and play out. And it's no disrespect, man. It's just a real and honest conversation. Now, could Cam Jordan provide us some run stops and things of that stuff? That sort. Yeah, I believe he can rotate in, and maybe we bring him in on third down situations. Have like a NASCAR package. I don't know how Staley is going to do it, but I'm pretty sure on them third down plays, you bring in all your pass rushers in, even at nose tackle. Nose tackle, you probably gonna have Cam right there, and then all your pass rushers. So I just wanna hear y'all's opinion. JT, I pretty much know where his mind is at with Cam Jordan. But yeah, man, I just wanna ask y'all, because he's getting treated like a vet. He's getting treated like the one of the vets on the team. You see today, him, he had a day off. DeMario had a day off. AK, obviously it's his birthday, so yeah, he had a day off. But even if it wasn't his birthday, he was gonna have a day off. And then Gottschalk and McCoy. So he's in the same. He's getting the same treatment as the McCoys, the AKs, the Demarios. So do y'all really think that Cam Jordan should be a starter this year? I don't see no comments lighting up, but I get it, man. If y'all don't want to, really chirp on that, man. I'm just to me from what I've been seeing recently with Cam Jordan, he's obviously not a starter. I don't think he should be a starter for us. But like I said, if he wanna, I mean, if they bring him in on snap counts and third down situational downs and stuff, I'm fine with that. Long as he fine with that. Cause far as that 10 sack stuff, all that days, them days is definitely over. Those days are definitely over. The OG said, I think Cam will let the young guys take his place and be used as an emergency DN. Okay. Okay, I can dig that. Now you mean emergency far as like a situational down defensive player? Because I don't even know is they gonna have him at the end or is they gonna have him standing up? I don't know what their vision is for him. But I know, man, he's a great man to this, and I respect him, man. I'm just saying, just a hard, honest discussion. It's a hard discussion to have, man, but it's the truth. Now, somebody like, and to be honest, to somebody like the Mario, that's totally different. Like you can really argue. It ain't even no argue. DeMario is a top five, top 10 player on the ball club. I ain't even gonna say top 10. He's a top five player on the team. Or if not top five, top seven out of 50 man out of a 53 man roster, he's a top 5 to 7 player. And that's stretching it, going to 7. And he's 35. But Cam is not in that position, man. Cam started losing it a little earlier. JT said our veterans should just bow out to these youngsters. I agree, fam. I agree, especially with the Cams. As far as the Mario, if he still got something left, I know you can start seeing a little bit of especially this past season, you can start seeing a little something, with him. But honestly, man, I think he's the best that we got right now. We can't put our trust in Pete Warner. I'm not putting my trust in Pete Warner until he show me he can be present. He definitely done Pete, and that's the thing with Pete, man. He done showed me that he can be an elite linebacker in this league, a Pro Bowl linebacker. He done showed me that. But is you gonna stay on the field? Is you gonna work? Have you been working on your range and stuff? Because when DeMario leaves, I'm pretty sure the plan is to have you as the middle linebacker, unless Strutzman steps in and unless he steps in and shows what he can do. So we'll see, man. The OG Jerry said, I like the Jonathan Bullock signing as well. I forgot about this signing. I didn't even, get into details. Shout out to Jonathan Bullock, man. Jonathan Bullock he's actually about 30 minutes. I didn't even know, man. He's about 30 minutes. His hometown was 30 minutes from, where I stay out here in the Carolinas. So, shout out to him, man. I don't know what the vision is going to be for him. They said he used to play in one of Staley's defenses, so we'll see what the vision is for him. But this is also another thing, man. We got all these defensive linemen, these new names. So obviously, Kellen Moore wasn't satisfied for what was presently here, and we already done got in that discussion on the other show. But Caleb Saunders' name, yeah, I believe he about to get the boot up out of here. Like I said, wish you the best, man. But unless you just do something crazy once them pads come on, man. Okay, shout out to my brother B. I see you in the building. Welcome to the show, man. How Cam Ward starting off, man? How Cam Ward starting off? JT said, because CB, if we're going to lose this year, I'd rather lose with the young players instead of the same old players. I agree with you, fam. I agree, but let me see. I mean, as of right now, Cam is the guy. Cam is the guy that should be rotating right now. Now, just say if Strutman come in here and step up and make his name known and Pete Warner's doing what he's supposed to do, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if they start rotating. Strutman start rotating in. With Demario look. If Demario, if we really start seeing more of the decline. But I'm gonna just be honest. At this point right now with Demario, no, at this point right now with the linebacker position, I don't think nothing should be done with Demario unless he's showing decline and you're also seeing these young linebackers stepping up, even Strutsman. Because we saying Strutsman, but you know, like for everybody else, we got to see it. We can give the example, though. All how fiery he was in college. We get it, but even Strutsman, man, he got to come out and show it. But yeah, if we lose, what goes into the mind of the Demario Davis? Like if we really having a bad season, what goes into the minds of them? Do they want to continue playing? Is it retirement look for Demario? Cam, the way it's looking, man, I think he's just gonna stay until he personally just want to hang the cleats up. That's just how I see it with Cam Jordan. With that interview, it sounded like Cam Jordan for 6 years ago, like the 2016, 2017 Cam Jordan. That's the Cam Jordan I heard today. He sounded like that. But like I said, you can sound one way, but the body ain't showing it, man. Not no more as a starter. But who that nation? Let me see. Any more news? Basically, we talked about Justin Blackman already. And far as any other news coming out with any other players, showing out in camp on the defensive side in the backfield with Alante. But get out the way once again, man. Y'all see Alante in the middle right there. Helmet off, man. He want the smoke, even though the smoke wasn't with him. But I don't know, man. I just want Alante to take that step, take that next step, man, so we can give you the bag and you become our number one corner. We don't have a number one corner, who that nation, believe it or not. Believe it or not, we do not have a number one corner yet. We can't say this guy's our number one corner. Now we know what Alante been providing in the slot. Now we know he damage in the slot. Like he do damage in the slot, but can we just say that he's our outside number one corner? Like, can you really say that? We just got to see it this training camp. He shows some promise out there during his rookie year, but during his first 2 years, but It was a reason why he got brought to the inside. It's a reason he got brought to the inside. Now, hopefully, he done tightened up on the things he needed to work on. Because obviously, I mean, Tay, he not, he's a smart individual. I'm pretty sure smart business guy. You know where the bag is at. The bag is on the outside. You're not about to get no 15 mil being a slot corner. You're not. I keep forgetting the guy's name from the Colts. I think he's the highest paid corner. He's not getting 15 mil a year as a slot corner. So you see, man, and really once Lattimore got traded, hopefully that stuck in your head. You up next. Hopefully. Shout out to Rewind the Time said, who that baby? Who that to you, Rewind the Times? Welcome back to the podcast, man. You said Kool-Aid McKendry has been looking like a number one, but he has all the skills for it. Well, fam, if this is true, fam, hopefully we see this starting Sunday because Sunday is definitely gonna ramp up the intensity. So hopefully we start seeing it and his name start ringing a lot of bells out the camp. Hopefully, fam, either him or Tay, one of them, I'm expecting to be the number one corner unless Raleigh just happen to just step up and blow, just start going off. Okay, my brother said we feeling good out in Nashville. Cam getting adjusted well into the new offensive system, but we feeling good and ready to go to war. Okay, fam, we see. I know we play y'all. We play y'all in December, so I'll definitely be out there. You know, be out there, man. Looking forward to having a good time, man. So you know, just go ahead and start setting it up. Gonna have a nice time out there, man. But we see, we all see what Cam Ward. He the number one pick of the draft, so we gonna all be tuned in to see what he can do. Kind of great said I'm big on Quincy Riley. I know. I mean, far as out the DBs, he the only one that had a splash play. I mean, I know it was a red zone situation, but still, it's confidence booster. Confidence booster. You a rookie, making a pick. Hey, good stuff. Can't go wrong with it. Rewind the Time said Travis Ward from Indy. So you talking about the slot corner. And you said I'm big on Quincy Riley. He can potentially be our secret sauce in the secondary. We're gonna see, fam. Rewind the Time said I love the QB tandem of Kool-Aid and Alante. Top five QB tandem. Watch. Who that? Hey fam. We all hoping that it plays out. Now my expectations, like I said, I don't know who gonna take the number one spot. I won't Tay to go take it. So the bag can come along with it. He can go out and ball out, and we bring him back. But you know, we'll see how it plays out. If Kool-Aid is gonna be our number one guy, then Kool-Aid we're gonna rock with you. Either or. We just need our number one to be able to travel. That's gonna travel with the wide receivers and shut it down. One of the time said yes. Ward from Indy got that big payday at the outside QB. I'm talking about the inside. I thought they had somebody had the slot corner. His name keeps slipping my mind, but anyway, it's neither here or there. I'm just um Just saying that the highest paid slot corner right now ain't getting they're not getting 15, 16 mil a year. So Alante, man, this is your time. This is your time to go ahead and it's a lot of people expecting you to go ahead and do that. If you one of the outside corners, that's good, but I would love for you to be the guy. But who that nation? That pretty much wraps up tonight's show. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Just giving you guys some news, and it was only the first 3 days of camp, so not too much information coming out right now. But as time goes on, a lot is gonna occur. Good news is no injuries have happened yet. That's always a good thing. And when these pads come on, hopefully the same thing occurs. No severe injuries. The injuries is going to happen, but the severity of it, that's what I'm hoping, doesn't, come and attack the team is that injury bug with severe injuries. So who that nation, man? You guys please like, subscribe, follow the page. And as far as the next show, most likely going to be Sunday night. If not Sunday night, it'll be Sunday, Monday, somewhere around that time. Who that nation? Um, unless some breaking news come out. And once again, be on the lookout for some shorts. I'm gonna start playing around on there, giving you guys some questions, something to just think about, some votes. So you guys just be on the lookout, man. Tell a friend about the podcast. I got one more thing before I wrap up the show. Shout out to my guy WD. Um, we got he got some content that he's putting out on the pod. You guys please be on standby. I don't know exactly when it's going to drop tomorrow, but just be on the lookout. Possibly tomorrow, some real heat is going to drop from the podcast. You guys be on standby. Be ready to check it out. I know the OG Jerry gonna be ready to check it out. You guys, everybody's tuned in. You guys just, if you guys don't got the podcast on alert, put it in your notifications. We got some content dropping this weekend, and I'll leave it at that. This the WDN Chatline podcast, and I'm out. Who that?